Hello guys, welcome back to another video. We're going to be playing the Shinano in Ranked this time around. Here's a build that you can see on screen. A viewer requested a Shinano game specifically against Essex, so I sat in queue and played a good amount of ranked games today, but just couldn't find a game against the Essex. I played on my press account as well for random battles, but no luck finding an Essex. It was just Maltas and other Shinanos, but we'll just use this game because I think this was a pretty decent game. It was a Shinano mirror matchup, and we lose our destroyer pretty early, as usual, as how typical destroyer players would go. But yeah, Shinano versus Shinano. It's in a matchup like this, you're pretty much looking to see which side you can pressure more and try to apply or even more pressure than the other Shinano is doing to your team, so that your team has a little bit of a breathing room. Because the way that this matchup typically goes is if one Shinano is dominating a flank, then the other Shinano is going to have to respond to that instead of just doing its own thing. It's more of a risk. Like, you can definitely do that, but it's more of a risk if you try to do it with that kind of play style. So typically, you'll just be trying to win your flank and steamroll that side. And once you clear that side out, you can start helping out the other flank. Instead of you trying to respond to the Shinano and helping out the same exact flank, because they have fighters, they're going to be trying to take angles on your on your allies. But worst case scenario, they'll be going after you. Shinano can definitely snipe another Shinano with this AP skip bombers, because they do penetrate your citadel, which is pretty scary at times. But as you can see, Shinano starts with TBs, so dropping our Groningen for some reason. I don't know why you would ever start with TBs. You could just start with your dive bombers, because their tacticals start. You could just get the regeneration to get started in the very beginning of the match, and it's safer. You don't care about losing your tactical squadrons. As you can see here, I do the very early spotting I did with my tactical squadrons. I was able to spot out their entire team pretty much, so I knew that the Yoshino was over here with the Z52. Got a good hit on him, good drop, 2 sits. Go ahead and drop the Libertad, because I'm just keeping track of what the Shinano is doing. And I see that our C flank, which is the contest cap, that is the hard focus on their Shinano and their team. So we have an even layout, an even split. Me and the Shinano are both walking over to the C cap, and we have 2 ships over on the home caps, destroyer and actually no, sorry, it's not an even layout. What am I saying? It's an uneven layout. We have more ships on the C flank, and we only have 1 on A. So that's when it gives me the green light to just help out our destroyer over here and try to kill off this destroyer and cruiser. I see that the Z42 is very close to the island. He cannot turn left, so he has to either go straight or turn to the right. My Groningen smokes, so very good play by him. So he can go dark and allow me to just spot the Z42. Groningen definitely could have continued shooting here way sooner, but I do land good torpedoes on the Z42. Not a very mobile ship for sure. Land 2 torps on him total, and then I drop the Yoshino. Gives my Groningen some breathing room, so here I am just deciding what exactly I want to do next. I see that the Shinano is hard focusing our Kremlin, our Salem. He's not really doing much in terms of impact right now. Definitely losing a lot of planes for sure, but it seems like he's very focused on C cap. I'll just be focusing on the A cap, because they are pushing my DD, and if we lose our DD here, this is going to be very bad, very, very bad for us, because we don't have crossfires anymore, and Shinano really relies on crossfires because of kind of think of her as like a flying battleship, what basically is, because she has the Yamato penetration on her skip bombers, on the AP bombs. Very reliant on crossfires. So if the DD, if my Groningen was like any other destroyer that has torpedoes, it'll definitely be a huge threat for the Yoshino, because Yoshino cannot just turn broadside, even if he's trying to evade my skip bomber drop. So he has to have a constant worry about torpedoes. But doesn't really matter. I get unfortunate overpins. I think I dropped a little too close to him. My Groningen is playing with fire. He's like going behind the rock, but he still shoots and he's still lit. I decided to push in, use my HP a little bit if I have to. Try to get close enough so I can get some secondaries off. If not, then I can at least be a juicy target for the Yoshino. So he doesn't continue to just start shooting my Groningen if he does get spotted again. The Groningen does get behind the rock, and I'm slowly pushing in. Each side lost 2 ships. And you see if you keep track of the minimap, see where the enemy squadron is coming from. They're always on the 8-9 line. So that gives me an idea that Shinano is still by that rock. He's really close. Like you can see where the fighters are being placed and how quickly his squadron is coming up and being spotted by my team. That definitely want to be keeping track of the enemy carrier's location just by looking at the squadron placements and where they are coming from. So that makes me, sail away from that side, because if I didn't smoke myself prior to that skip bombing or not skip bombing, the torpedo strike, Shinano definitely could have been focusing me down. Probably take like a good half HP off of me and possibly come back with another set of squadrons. But looking at the minimap again, we are now ahead on 2 ships, which is very good. The win is pretty much secured. You can see the torpedo bombers like right there. So definitely she is behind that rock. So this is what I'm talking about with the power of crossfire. You do have basically Yamato's shells in your AP bomb somehow, because funny game moment. It's in Austin. Austin has no armor, and you have overmatch with these bombs. So what you can do is he has to angle to me, Kremlin, and the Salem. So what I do here is I actually release my bomb a little late. A little late here. Sorry, a little early, so that the bombs actually land on the bottom, on the water, and then they will go into the Austin as the bombs are bouncing back up. Do it again here. This is a better example. I drop it very close to the second line so that it immediately bounces up and it gets the overmatch. Easy citadels there. You could do the same thing with any other super light cruiser like Plymouth, Minotaur, right? Brisbane. Those kind of cruisers, they have no chance against you, especially if they're stuck in a crossfire like that. Kremlin being the other ship helping you out. So those kind of targets are very juicy for you. It kind of goes the same way with battleships, but the battleships are more so like more reliant on broadsides. Definitely. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know why I'm doing this run. I'm just like, I guess at this point, because we just win, I just wanted to get some funny fires on him, but 6 bomb hits, no fires. And I guess the Shinano knows it's the end of the game, so he just runs it down. This is a pretty easy game. You just have to win your flank when you're playing against the Shinano. If you're playing as an Essex, it is a little bit harder for sure. But honestly, if he's just annoying you that badly, you could just snipe him. You could apply some pressure onto his ship instead of onto his team. Shinano runs it down, brawls out the Salem. Salem somehow screws this up. I don't know what he's doing, because this is a Yamato citadel, but it's unprotected, and I don't know where he's aiming. If you look at the HP that Shinano has, I don't think the Salem gets any citadel hits on this. I think it's just pins and overpins. It's very strange, and I don't know what is happening, but I just thought that was a little funny when I was doing this run. I also messed up with this strike because the Shinano was starting to turn in, and now he released the bombs early, but unfortunate. I released the bombs a little bit too early there, so they hit a little high, but oh well. But yeah, easy game. I'll try to get another game with an Essex as the enemy, but I don't know. People just don't like Essex for some reason. It's very strange. Anyways, that's going to be the end. I'm going to show the scoreboard here. Let me know what kind of ships to play next. Someone requested more tier 8 ships, but let me know which ships specifically so I can get a game with it. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.